is one of the most powerful men in all of sports media. Mm-hmm. And the reason why he's one of the most powerful men in all of sports media is because he runs one of the biggest sports in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the UFC, I would assume billionaire at this point.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's only going to keep going up, too, because his big fucking brain. Yep. The founder of Fuck It Friday and that Slap Festival.
Yep. Bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dana White.
Yeah!
How are you, dude?
I'm good, boys. How are you? Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you, and thank you for joining us. Let's dive right into this. Two billionaires want to fucking kick each other in the dick. Yeah, I saw you on TMZ Sports, okay? I saw you talking about how both these guys really want to fight and you think it's going to take place. How would this go? Do you actually see it taking place? Would it happen at a UFC event? How is this going to work in your mind? And what is the likelihood of it, Dana?
I don't know. I mean, they're both in. I have a call with Elon Musk in 10 minutes.
Holy
That's a hilarious do all you super successful whites just know each other? Like you Zuck and Elon just send texts to each other? Or how did you get connected with them? You just saw? Go ahead.
The reality is that, when you look at the people that fighting touches, everybody's into fighting, man. I say this all the time. I don't care what color you are, what country you come from, what language you speak. Fighting's in our DNA. We get it and we like it. We're human beings and everybody's into it. I mean, you see some of these fighters from these other countries when they win, I mean, they go to whatever the equivalent of their White House is back in their country. I mean, when Habib won his fight, he didn't even make it to the locker room and Putin was on the phone. I mean, it's just fighting. Everybody's in when it comes to fighting now.
So we've seen Zuckerberg. We think he took gold in a gi event, and silver in a non-gi jiu-jitsu event. Now, from what we've been told from the Facebook or Zuckerberg people is that he didn't actually lose that.
No.
Kind of bullshit. Still should have got gold in both. Do we know if Elon has any fighting in his past, and when would this be projected to be? I assume both of them would want to train for something like this.
Yeah, well, Zuckerberg takes this very serious, man. He's very into this sport. He trains and has been training for years. Now he's starting to compete in jiu-jitsu tournaments. And, the talks that I've had with Elon trained in martial arts too. He's done jiu-jitsu. And, he says, listen, I grew up in South Africa. I've been in a lot of fights. It's not like I haven't fought before. You look at these two tech guys and nobody thinks that they can fight, but they want to. It's real, and we'll see how this thing ends up. You know me, I'm working out. Listen, if I think that this will be the biggest fight in the history of the world, and I think that it'll set a record that will never be broken if it happened. And I like putting on fights that people want to see like this. Like originally with the Conor McGregor Mayweather fight, I was like, I don't want to do this thing, whatever. It just got to the point where everywhere I went, it's all anybody talked to me about. So we ended up doing it, and this is definitely all anybody's talking about right now is Zuckerberg and Musk.
Yeah, two of the most influential humans on Earth and maybe in the history of Earth, battling it out. The world wants to see it. Go ahead, AJ.
Dana, have you thought about how any of it could look, how you might set this up? Obviously, would they be the main event? Who would fight on the undercard? Anything? Have you thought of any of the details yet?
Yeah, listen, if you're going to charge $100 for something, which would probably be the price for this thing, and these guys would raise possibly hundreds of millions of dollars for charity. You want to put on an entertaining card that at least when people stay home on Saturday night and turn the TV off, they're like, hey, well, we saw some great fights anyway. And this is one of those fights. This is the type of crossover fight that people who traditionally don't watch fights, women, older women, younger women, you name it, everybody that could care less about a fight, this crosses over to everyone.
So you would want to put your big guys in there, right? You would want to have a good show.
Yeah, I mean, you'd want to showcase some guys. You'd want to put in some guys that you want, people to see. You want to get some eyeballs on some of your guys that are really good and you believe have the potential to do something, and some big stars too, to make the card very attractive.
So at this exact moment, you've talked to Zuck already, right? You got a call with Elon here in about 5.
I've been talking to both of them back and forth. We have a call in 5 minutes here.
Hold on. Hey, so this might get announced soon. We think this is going to, because I assume with these two, sooner than
I don't
later.
know. Listen, first of all, if they both agree and they both say, let's start here. Elon Musk is 6'2", 220 pounds. Mark Zuckerberg is not. Okay. So, there's a huge thing would be like UFC 1 for Christ's sakes, right? So we'd have to figure out some weight stuff. You know, I don't know how the commissions are going to look at this thing.
Yeah, no drug testing, right?
No drug testing. No drug testing. Be like
these guys.
Be like the MLB back in the when they all hit the home run. Just let them eat all the steroids they can get their hands on.
Well, it would be an exhibition. The fight wouldn't be sanctioned by a commission. It would be an exhibition. And, you know, there's just still a lot of things that you would need to work through to make this fight happen. But what I love and what I respect is both of these guys are down. They both want to do it. You know, they both want to fight. And, you know, for people that aren't even fight fans, this is fun. It's fun to talk about. It's fun to think about. And you know me, man. I'm in the middle right now trying to put all the pieces together and see what we can do.
All right. Well, we will let you go. Last question for me is, I saw Jon Jones and Francis Ngannou run into each other at a PFL event. And I believe what DC said is, I know Francis Ngannou isn't scared or whatever whenever he met Jon Jones. He said, but the way Jon Jones is looking at Francis Ngannou, Jon Jones ain't scared of a damn thing. Jon Jones is still the guy. And then I saw the PFL guy tweets out a promoted tweet. So he put money behind it and was like, hey, why don't we do this UFC? I thought that's an interesting move business-wise to do that. But how would that work? They would represent like as an agent of Francis Ngannou, and you would have.
It wouldn't work.
Okay.
It wouldn't work.
Okay. All right. I like it.
Francis was here. Jon Jones wanted that fight the whole time. We tried to make the fight with Francis. Yeah.
All right, ladies. Hey, good luck on this call with a couple billionaires. Let's get this done, Dana, for the good of the world.
Thanks, boys. Have a great day. Congrats on every time I talk to you, I'm congratulating you. Just keep going like this. Congrats, boys.
Like you. Can't wait to win a couple 100,000 playing blackjack with you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dana White.
You bailed on the last one. What are you doing? Come on.
Dude, it was
You got to start talking to some of your boys. Everybody's out here winning money. You're too big and rich and famous and on Jets and fucking ESPN.
All right. Fuck off, Dana. Go talk to Elon, please. Ladies and gentlemen, Dana White.
Yeah, Dana.
It was supposed to happen, and it was middle of the week. I mean, that was
tough.
That would have been tough.
Tough thing to swing.
We've only been talking about that for like 2 years, by the way.
Yeah, that's it.
Going out and gambling with him. Feels like this is going to happen. Hey.
I had no idea it had legs like this. Like it's a real possibility.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know what's next, too. I mean, as soon as people see this, Ballmer and Bezos are going to want to get in that octagon, too.
Yeah.
Oh, Bezos will fight anybody. You see him.
Ballmer will.
Ballmer's a nut job. I wouldn't get in the ring with that guy.
6'8", 340?
Yeah.
Toilets! I love that guy.
Yeah.
Just thinking.
Go ahead, Bo.
Out loud here so I don't forget it. Super Bowl's in Vegas. Just do it then.
Oh my God.
Super Bowl weekend usually is like the biggest card of the year, too.
Give him time
I
to
meant for
adequately
playing.
juice up, too.
I meant for playing blackjack with Dana, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is an adequate juicing run where with all the modern pharmacies and concepts and ideas for how to make you the superhuman, Dana should implore them to utilize their resources and become the best you could possibly be.
Yeah.
Coming into this cage, February, whenever the Super Bowl is. The only issue for the UFC folks would be they're going to have to pay those fighters. So if it's a charity, it would just be whatever after they pay the fighters, out everybody else on the card, and then that'll go to charity?
Well, it's big fighters.
But we were talking about, too, like we've talked about in the past, it might be tough to get some of those real marquee guys who are getting pay-per-view we're because then it's like...
They're not going to do... We're not the main event.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like Jon Jones, Stipe would be sick, but they want to be the main event.
So, but I'm thinking like Sugar Sean, you put him on there.
Patty.
Yeah.
Like the people you're trying to make stars almost. Like you put them on. And maybe that's where the Conor and Chandler fight is.
Yeah, and Sugar
It could
Sean's
be terrible,
fighting.
though. The fight could be the headliner. If the headliner is Zuck and Elon, my bad. I got Bezos on my mind, thinking all the people he could fight. That guy's jacked. There's a lot of people he could fight, but there's a real possibility the fight is complete
gonna be
garbage.
No, absolutely.
I don't think it's going to be, but it could be really quick.
No, absolutely. It'll be a terrible form of a fight. I think
Imagine them. You see how both those guys, they better get spray tanned, everything like that. I would need to as well. But man, it's going to be awesome.
Zuck's not going to get spray tan. Elon might. Zuck's going to go the complete opposite way.
Yeah, I mean...
We've had the wrong
Who did the tail of the
tail
tape?
of the tape this entire time.
Holy shit.
That's the toughest thing. If Elon truly is 6'2", 220, like Zuck, they're going to have some. Is there going to be a weight class? I don't know.
So UFC 1 he was talking about, that was back when Gracie...
There was no weight class.
That was when
Hoist Gracie
just choked
out
everybody
like a
out.
400-pound guy. That's the thing, though, is like, was anyone ever concerned about Bruce Lee's size?
No.
No. So why are we concerned about Zuck's size? We've seen that guy hit the mitts. We've seen him shoot for the single leg. I mean, I don't think it's really that big of an issue.
You're back at the wrong horse.
Yeah, I mean, Bruce Lee was an actor, so that works.
Yeah, we got
Actor.
Oh,
He's an
really?
actual.
That
What?
was
He was
messy.
He's a
actual.
martial artist. Yes, he's a martial artist. He didn't take any professional fights, but yes.
could have.
Are
Well,
you
if
saying,
it was modern day,
Yeah, he would have.
you said he
Yeah,
could
Bruce
win?
Lee's a man. He's awesome.
He
I
beat
agree.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's ass, dude.
Oh, you're right.
Think about
I
that.
stand corrected.